Security assessment and testing collect security process data. After security controls are tested, organizations must ensure that they collect the appropriate security process data. Security process data that is collected are account management, management review and approval, key performance and risk indicators, backup verification data, training and awareness, and disaster recovery, DR, and business continuity, BC. Account management. Accounts are the set of credentials used to access a system. Most commonly, people think of user accounts, such as a username and a password, used to log on to a computer. Computer accounts used to authenticate and authorize a computer's access to network resources. Service accounts used by processes running on a system and that can execute commands on a system without the need to log on. Guest accounts used to allow anonymous access to a resource. Federated accounts and other third-party accounts that may be provided by identity providers outside of the organization. Account management phases are: creating accounts, modifying accounts, auditing accounts and deleting accounts. Account management begins with the creation of the account. This is the first phase of the account management lifecycle. Modifying accounts, ensuring that it only has the rights, access, and privileges that are appropriate for the role that it or the account owner needs to perform, and that privileges that do not match have been removed. The third phase in the life cycle is the audit phase. This phase is designed to catch any violations of policies and best practices. Deleting accounts, ensuring that it is removed from all of the systems and services. Attackers often look for unused or unmaintained accounts that they can access, and forgotten accounts belonging to terminated staff members, administrators, or services can all be attractive targets. Monitoring the entire life cycle are important to securing the account management life cycle. Without regular review, security issue can be quickly turned into a major security breach. Management review and approval. Management review of security process data should be mandatory. Guidelines and procedures should be established to ensure that management review occurs in a timely manner. Management review should include an approval process whereby management reviews any recommendations from security professionals and approves or rejects the recommendations based on the data given. Key performance and risk indicators. Key performance indicators (KPIs) measure how well things are being done. Key risk indicators (KRIS), however, measure risk. This provides the ability to assess the likelihood of a negative event, as well as assess the risk level of an activity or situation. Common key risk indicators are: vulnerability metrics, policy exception rates, audit findings that are outstanding or unresolved, security incident rates, malware infection rates, security education and awareness rates, measures of the use of unapproved software, risk assessment ratings, patching compliance, account management status and issue rate, backup verification data. Security process data that is collected should be backed up. Security professionals should ensure that appropriate backup and restore guidelines in place for all security process data. The first step in avoiding data loss is identifying the data that is critical to an organization. Once criticality is documented, a backup schedule can be identified, and backups can begin. Ensuring that the backups are functioning properly. This involves reviewing the backup logs to ensure that the backups ran without issue. Issues during the backup process should be investigated and resolved quickly. Problems should be escalated to management so there is an awareness regarding any data that may not have been backed up. Failed backups create risk that upper management must be informed. Backups must be tested. Backups should occasionally be restored and tested to ensure that the data is intact and has maintained its integrity. Hardware needed for the recovery process should be tested and confirmed working. Testing recovery process ensures that personnel are properly trained and ready for a recovery situation. Backup is useful only if it can be restored. Auditing should review both the process and the execution of backups and backup verification to ensure that the organization minimizes the risk of data loss. Training and awareness. Security training is teaching people to perform their roles securely. Teaching help desk employees the processes of secure account creation and password distribution falls into the realm of security training. Security awareness training is educating people about security issues. Educating employees regarding common attacks, such as phishing attacks and business email compromise, can raise awareness regarding attack methods and educate employees regarding how they can adjust their practices to reduce the risk. Disaster recovery and business continuity. Disaster recovery and business continuity plans that an organization develops must consider security assessment and testing, security control testing, and security process. Data collection. Organizations need to periodically review and test their disaster recovery, DR, and business continuity, BC, plans, to determine whether recovery plans are up to date and will result in the successful continuation of critical business processes in the event of a disaster. The life cycle of the business continuity plans BCP is: Phase 1, perform a risk analysis. Phase 2, perform a business impact analysis. Phase 3, create a strategy and develop a plan. Phase 4, test, train, and maintain the plan.